Hi, good evening, Ramanan. Good evening, Kamal. Good evening, Naman. Good evening to all of you. If you have just joined us, please go to cracku.in/live. Good evening, Saikiran. Good evening, Shashank. Good evening, Akash, Mehak. Good evening to all of you. Please go to cracku.in/live to take part in the test today. Today's session will be around 1.5 to 2 hours long. I think there are 18 questions which we are looking to answer today. Once this will be for around 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours. We have 18 questions, so let us see. Go to cracku.in/live, guys. I'll just wait for a couple of minutes before starting the questions. Hi Aditya, hi Prakash, hi Pawan. Good evening, Yesh. Hi Aditya. Okay. Okay, guys, let us start the session. I'll post the first question here. Yes, we do have the Z series also, Sparsh. Good evening, Mahima. Good evening, Santosh. Hi Paridhi. Hi Thianesh, how are you? Hi Nitin Chanakyagunam. Hi Surender. Hi Nisha. Okay guys, 55 guys got this correct and 20 people got it wrong. Let us try to solve this question. A man can make 30 bricks a day and a woman can make 20 bricks in a day. So if you're looking at a man, what is the number of bricks he can make in a day? It is 30 bricks. And for a woman, 20 bricks. The fixed pay for a man is rupees 300 per day. This is the fixed pay. This has to be paid. And for a woman, it is rupees 250 per day. The variable pay is rupees 10 per brick. 10 per brick for a man. And for a woman, it is rupees 12 per brick. So if a man is making 30 bricks, what is the total amount that has to be spent? He has to be anyways given the 300 rupees, which is the fixed pay. And for each brick, he has to be given rupees 10. So if he is making 30 bricks, he has to get another 300. So he will have to be given 600 rupees to make 30 bricks. That is what will happen in one day. If we are hiring one woman for one day, what is the cost that we'll have to pay? We'll have to anyways pay her 250. And for every brick that she is making, we have to pay her 12 rupees. She makes 20 bricks, so we pay her 240. That is, we pay her 490 rupees. So is a woman less expensive or is a man less expensive? If you are thinking about it, we are looking to make a total of 600 bricks. This has to be made in a day. One man can make 30 bricks. So for one brick, how much is a man costing? 30 bricks is costing 600 rupees. So one brick is costing rupees 20. One woman is costing 490 rupees for 20 bricks. So for one brick, a woman is costing rupees 490 by 20, which is 24.5. So to make one brick, we have to pay a woman 24.5 rupees. To make one brick, we have to pay a man 20 rupees. So men are actually inexpensive in this particular question. So if you are looking to make 600 bricks in the least amount of money, you would hire all men. And what is the number of men you would hire? One man makes 30 bricks. So 600 bricks can be made by 20 men. So the answer for this question is option B. Anusha is saying, okay. Hello sir, need your guidance on how I can revise Quant. By recorded sessions or by doing previous year's papers. I will tell you one thing, Anusha. To revise the Quant questions or the Quant syllabus, because there are only like 5-6 days left, I would definitely recommend you to watch the CAT revision playlist. I think this is the best way in which you can revise the syllabus quickly. There is a CAT revision playlist by Sayali. You can just search Cracku CAT revision playlist. You will get a playlist which has 4 videos. 2 are in Quant, 1 LRDI, and 1 verbal. These 2 Quant videos are excellent. Even the LRDI and verbal videos are very good, but because you're asking for Quant, I am telling you, I would give them 5 stars. Not 4.5, not 4.6, I'll give them 5 stars. They are very, very useful. The total length of these 2 videos is 4 hours. You will revise the entire syllabus. The point of this is, if an easy question comes from any of the topics, you will be able to get it correct. So many people leave certain topics. Many people say, sir, I didn't read geometry at all. For those kind of people, this is the playlist you have to watch, because if an easy question comes from any topic, you will be able to get it correct. Guys, please do like the stream. We have like hundreds of people who are watching the stream now. Please do like it. We have 150 people who are watching the stream, man, and we have only 37 likes. Please do like the stream, guys. It will mean a lot to us. Nikhil Shanmugal is saying, this is my weakest section QA, hoping to do well, if not learn how to approach questions. I think that's good, Nikhil. This will be a useful session for you. Parvesh is saying, sir, this week I'm planning to focus more on Quant and Bubble Rush in the study room. Is it CAT level because I'm scoring good streaks in the Rush series? I think they're definitely CAT level. You're doing a good job by taking the Quant Rushes. Okay guys, the time is up. Let us try to solve this question. How many people got it correct? 22 people got it correct, 55 people got it wrong. Let us try to solve it. We are told that modulus of x is less than 100. If modulus of x is less than 100, it means that x lies between 100 and minus 100. Similarly, modulus of y is less than 100. This would imply that y lies between 100 and minus 100. Now we are required to calculate the number of integer solutions such that 4x plus 7y is equal to 3. Whenever you are given this kind of a question, the easiest way and the fastest way to solving this is by identifying one solution. Once you identify one solution, there will be a pattern, and it is an easy pattern where you can find all the solutions. So I would recommend you to just use trial and error. You will be definitely able to find one such solution. If you are thinking about it, the quick way in which I can solve this is, I'll assume that x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to plus 1. Then what will happen? This is basically minus 4 plus 7, which is equal to 3. So what I'm essentially saying is that one solution for this is x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 1. This is one solution. Now how can I find the other solution? To find the other solution, what is the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is 4. Now add or subtract 4 from y. So y is 1. The next solution will be y is equal to 5. You have increased y by 4. So you have to decrease x by how much? You have to decrease x by the coefficient of y, which is 7. So minus 1 minus 7 is minus 8. This will be another solution. You can just cross check. 4 into minus 8 plus 5 into 7 will equal 3. How to get the next one? Remember again, what is the coefficient of x? It is 4. This is the coefficient of x. So you add 4 to y. So y becomes 9. And from x, you subtract the coefficient of y, which is 7. So you make this minus 15. Again, this will be a solution. You can check for it. It is 4 into minus 15 plus 7 into 9 will also equal 3. And so on. The next one will be y is equal to 13 and x is equal to minus 22. And so on. Clearly, the boundary is 100 and minus 100 for both x and y. And x is going to hit minus 100 quicker because we are decreasing it by minus 7, and y we are only increasing by 4. So x will hit the boundary faster. And what will the last value of x be? If you're looking at the values over here, we have minus 1, minus 8, minus 15. All of them are basically a multiple of 7 plus 1. 1, 8, 7, 1, 8, 15, all of them. 22, and the final number will be minus 99. How many such solutions will be there? In the negative space, it will be equal to 15. But we should also look for values where x is positive and y is negative. So again, we have the first one, which is x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to plus 1. Now we can subtract y by 4 and add x by 7. So y is equal to minus 3. We have subtracted 4 from y, and x is equal to 6. This also will be equal to 3 because 4 into 6 minus 3 into 7 is equal to 3. For the next one, we'll subtract another 4 from y. So y is equal to minus 7. And we'll add 7 to x. So this is 13. This also will be equal to 3. We can continue the same. Y is equal to minus 11. And x is equal to 20, and so on. Again, we can see that x will hit 100 first as compared to y, because x is getting 7 added and we are subtracting only 4 from y. And what will the last number be? X will be, all of them are 1 less than a multiple of 7, like 6, 13, 20, and so on. This will be 97. And there will be 14 such values. So the total number of integral solutions for this will be 14 positive and 15 negative. So total is equal to 29. So the answer for this question is 29. Guys, we have more than 200 people who are watching the stream on the Cracku website, and we have like around 150 on YouTube. Guys who are on YouTube, please do like the stream. We have only 70 likes. We can easily get a lot of likes. Please do like it. Ishita is saying, sir, for theta questions, is it advised to make calculated guess when we are short on time, or better to just leave them? Don't leave them. Definitely don't leave them. Please definitely mark something for theta questions. And like you are saying, if you spend around 15 to 20 seconds, you will make better guesses than just randomly guessing. For example, if you read a question, you might not be able to figure out what it is, but sometimes you figure out that, okay, the answer has to be a multiple of 4. Then instead of just randomly marking some number, you will mark a multiple of 4, like say 4, 8, 16 something, where you're increasing your chances by a lot. Sometimes you can figure out that this number has to be a prime number, or something like that, where you can make some slightly educated guesses even though you can't figure out what exactly it is. Many times my theta questions are correct. My theta answers. What I mean by that, let me rephrase it. If I don't get an answer, and suppose I'm making a guess, and I make a lot of educated guesses in LRDA, if I make 5 to 6, okay, thank you. If I make 5 to 6 theta guesses, many times one of them is correct because I make these educated guesses. So sometimes I feel, okay, this has to be a multiple of 5. So I put it as like say 20. And even if I don't get one correct, sometimes I get it close. Like I just guess it as 25, but the answer is 50. Then also I pat myself on the back. I tell myself it's okay, I tried very well. It was a good guess. The reason is because that motivates me to again keep putting fight on even the theta questions. Because sometimes I think in one of the years when I completely messed up an LRDA section, just the theta questions and the theta guesses saved me. I think I got 2 questions correct in theta just by guessing. This again I mentioned many times in my streams. Basically I realized that it was an LRDA set where they were talking about number of rounds. There were some games that was going on. I think this was some high-low set. And I knew that it was given in the set that there are only 6 rounds in that game. There are I think 2 people playing or 3 people playing. I don't remember the exact details. I just remember that the game was played over 6 rounds. And they asked, there were 4 theta questions also in that. And many of them were, in which round did this particular thing happen? In which round did that particular thing happen? And I had not a lot of time. I just read it, the set, and I had 2-3 minutes left. But I knew that I had to mark 1 round. So by default, I know that the chances of me getting it correct is 1 in 6 because there are only 6 rounds. And obviously I felt whatever they're asking would not happen in the first round itself. Similarly, it won't probably happen in the last round. So there is a very good chance I had to just mark it as 2, 3, 4, 5. And for, I think some of them I marked round 3 and some of them I marked round 4. And I got 2 of those theta questions correct. Thank you. So essentially what I'm saying, and this is a good thing that you're asking, and the reason I'm spending so much time on it is because I feel that is a low hanging fruit. Don't underestimate the chances of getting 1 theta question correct. Now, you can definitely get 1 theta question correct, right? By making educated guesses. There will be like some 10-15 theta questions. Even if you don't attempt some of them, you should definitely attempt the theta questions and spend some time on it. You don't need to waste a lot of time, but spend like some 10-15 seconds, make an educated guess. You'll be very surprised to see how many of them are actually going to come out right. You won't get all of them correct, but even if you are getting 1 or 2 theta guesses correct, it will mean a lot to you. Okay, how many people got this correct? 31 people got it correct and 40 people got it wrong. Let us solve this. There is an entrance exam. The candidate was given 80 multiple choice questions. For each correct question, he gets +3. So if he is getting a question correct, he is getting +3. For every wrong question, he gets -1. And for every unattempted question, he gets 0. Let us assume that he gets C questions correct, W questions wrong, and U questions he leaves as unmarked. So C plus W plus U is basically the total number of questions, which is equal to 80. Now, if he is getting C questions correct, what is the marks that he gets from that? He is going to get 3C. Because for every correct question, he is getting +3. But he is also getting W questions wrong. So he is going to lose -W. This will be his total score. That will equal how much? That will equal exactly 50. Now there are 2 equations and there are 3 variables. How many solutions are there for this? We can start with C is equal to 17. Because 3C will be equal to 51. Then W will be equal to 1. Both of them together is equal to 18. And therefore the value of U will be equal to, what will the value of U be? 62. Next, you can make C to be equal to 18. Then W will be equal to 4 because 3c will be 54 minus w is equal to 50. These two total is 22. So the value of u is 58. You can continue to do the same. Next you are going to make c to be equal to 19. U will be equal to 3c is 57, 7. Sorry, this is w. The number of questions he gets wrong is 7. And u will be equal to 54. And so on. Finally, you are going to get u to be equal to 2 because they're all decreasing by 4 each. And the value of c can be calculated, the value of w can be calculated. How many solutions are there for this? U is decreasing by 4 every time. It starts with 62, then it becomes 58, then 54, dot, dot, dot. Finally, the number of unattempted will be 2. So there are 16 solutions. In that particular case, the value of C will be, I think, 32. The value of W, because 3C will be 96. The value of W will be 46. So 32 plus 46 plus 2 is again equal to 80, which is the total number of questions. Anyway, the total number of solutions for this is 16. And the correct answer for this particular question will be 16. Let us look at the next one. Many people ask me what are the videos to watch. I know that there are only 5 days left, so I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of things. But one video I'll definitely ask you to watch is the, let's see if I can change my color. Okay, I can't change the color, but the revision playlist over here at the bottom left is, I think, a fantastic series that I think you have to watch. It won't take you too much time, but it is totally worth its weight in gold. I would definitely recommend you to watch it. In addition to it, it depends on what is the one that you are looking to focus on. If you're looking for quant, look at the 100 quant question video, which is there at the middle of the bottom row. Or you can look at the 200 plus arithmetic questions, which is at the right bottom. Similarly, you can look at the middle top, the CAT formula PDF, that formula revision, which is a 7.5 hour video. That also I think is very, very useful. If you're looking for LRDI, there are two marathons. One is the 25 LRDI sets, which is at the top right. And the other one is the DLR revision marathon that we did this Saturday. These are basically the different videos that are there. Based on whether you're looking for quant or for DLR, you can check them out. Okay guys, try to solve this. This is a very important question conceptually. I hope you get it correct. Sir, my approach is doing mock on alternate days, 2-3 RCs, 2 articles, daily 1 revision video. I took this week leave. Any other session I'm able to do well in mock previous years, but poor in dash cuts. I think that is fine, Matthew. I think you're doing a good job. Ensure that, and I think you're also managing both solving as well as watching videos properly. Continue doing that and try to work on your mental aspect also. This is something that I would tell everybody. Try to maintain your calm and composure and try to get the best out of yourself on the day of the examination. So try to work on those kind of things also. Okay, how many people got it correct? 40 people got it correct, and I'm actually pretty happy and very impressed with this. This is not a very easy question, but I'm happy with this. So I'll tell you what to do in this. We are required to calculate the value of m for which the system of solutions does not have a unique solution. So what we are looking at is there are two proper equations. The first two are proper equations, x plus 2y plus 3z. The second one is 4x plus 5y minus 6z is equal to 10 and 12. So there are two equations and there are three variables. We have the third equation, but the problem with the third equation is the coefficient of z is not known. It is given as minus m. So what we'll be doing over here is we'll assume that we'll multiply the first equation with a and we'll multiply the second equation with b, and we will say that when we are adding both of them, we are getting the third equation where we are getting 6x as the coefficient of x, that is 6, and the coefficient of y is 8. Essentially what we are saying is if you multiply the first equation with 8, what are we getting? If you are multiplying the first equation with a, what are you getting? You are getting ax plus 2ay plus 3az is equal to 10a. Suppose you are multiplying the second equation with b, what are you getting? You are getting 4bx plus 5by minus 6bz is equal to 12b. Now if you are adding both of these equations, what are you getting? You are getting a plus 4b into x plus 2a plus 5b into y plus 3a minus 6b into z is equal to 10a plus 12b. This is true for any a and any b. We are saying that if you are multiplying the first equation with a and the second equation with b and adding both of them, you will definitely get this. What we are now saying is that let us try to find out the values of a and b such that a plus 4b is equal to 6. So we are going to get 6x, and 2a plus 5b is equal to 8. So you are going to get 8y. Once you have that value of a and b, we will calculate the value of z and then we will take it forward from there. That is the first step. So let us first calculate the value of a and b such that the coefficient of x and y are matching. So we want a plus 4b is equal to 6. We want 2a plus 5b is equal to 8. We will multiply this equation with 2. So you are going to get 2a plus 8b is equal to 12. If you subtract one from the other, you are going to get 3b is equal to 4, or the value of b is 4 by 3. And the value of a, from a plus 4b is equal to 6, you can put b is equal to 4 by 3, a will be equal to 2 by 3. What we are essentially saying is that you multiply the first equation with 2 by 3. You multiply the second equation with 4 by 3. Then the value of the x coefficient and the value of the y coefficient will match. That is what we are saying. So basically x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 10. You multiply this with 2 by 3. The second equation is 4x plus 5y minus 6z is equal to 12. You multiply this with 4 by 3 and you add both of them. What are you getting? You are going to get, this will be 2 by 3x plus 16 by 3x. X into 2 by 3 plus 4x into 4 by 3 is 2 by 3x plus 16 by 3x, which is 6x, plus 2y into 2 by 3, which is 4y by 3, plus 5y into 4 by 3, which is 20y by 3. You add both of them, you are going to get 24y by 3, which is 8y. And what about z? You are going to get 3 into 2 by 3, which is 2z, plus minus 6z into 4 by 3 is equal to minus 8z. This is minus 6z. This is equal to 10 into 2 by 3, which is 20 by 3, plus 12 into 4 by 3, which is equal to 16. This is equal to 68 by 3. This is what we are getting. Why are we doing all of this? You might be wondering, what is all of this? You are multiplying with a, you are multiplying with b. What are we getting at the end? what we are getting at the end is the coefficient of x matches. The coefficient of x is 6x. The coefficient of y matches. The coefficient of y is 8y. The coefficient of z is not known. The coefficient of z over here is given as equal to minus mz. Here the coefficient of z is minus 6z. So if the value of m is equal to 6, what is given in the question is 6x plus 8y minus mz. So the value will be 6x plus 8y if the value of m is equal to 6 minus 6z is equal to 23. This is what is given in the question. Now this is given in the question, but we are having 6x plus 8y minus 6z is 68 by 3. So then we are saying that if the value of m is equal to 6, this system will have no solution. So the answer for that will be option C, which is 6. What we are essentially saying is that if the value of m is equal to 6, what we are getting in the third equation is 6x plus 8y minus 6z is equal to something, is equal to 23. This is the third solution. But what we realized is if you multiply the first equation with 2 by 3 and the second equation with 4 by 3 and you add both of them, we are getting 6x plus 8y minus 6z is equal to 68 by 3. If the value of m is not equal to 6, if the value of m is say equal to 8, then you are getting 6x plus 8y minus 8z is equal to 23. This is given to you. Now you are having a system of 3 equations and 3 variables. You can solve them to get one particular answer. Remember one thing, okay, whenever Kapil, that answer is correct. Determinant, if you are equaling it to 0, you are going to get the answer. But I would rather you understand why we are actually getting it instead of just putting determinant is equal to 0. Because if a similar question comes, you will be better placed. Whenever you are given a system of 3 equations and 3 variables, it won't mean that you will always have one solution. That won't always happen. Sometimes, suppose you are given a system of equations, 3 equations. Now, suppose this is the first equation. This is equation 1, this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. Now, suppose you are able to multiply equation 1 with something and multiply equation 2 with something, and you are getting equation 3. Then essentially you only have 2 equations. For example, if one equation you have is x plus y plus z is equal to 10. Another equation you have is x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 20. If you are adding both of them, you are going to get 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 30. Now, does this mean that you have 3 equations and 3 unknowns? No. You have only 2 equations. These are the 2 equations you have. This third equation you just got by adding both the equations that you have. So if you are solving this this system of 3 equations, you will not get a unique answer. You will get actually infinite answers. But suppose you know that x plus y plus z is 10, x plus 2y plus 3z is 20. You are given these 2 equations. If you are adding both of them, you know that 2x plus 3y plus 4z is 30. But suppose now a third equation is given to you. The third equation is 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 25. That is, you are given x plus y plus z is equal to 10, which is the first equation. 2x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 20. This is the second equation. And now you are given a third equation, which is 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 25. This system will have no solutions. Why is that the case? Because if you are adding the first 2 equations, you are getting 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 30. So it cannot equal 30 and 25 at the same time. That is exactly what we did over here. What we are doing over here is, we are multiplying the first equation with 2 by 3 and the second equation with 4 by 3. And then you are getting an equation which is 6x plus 8y minus 6z is equal to 68 by 3. Now, if the value of m is equal to 6, the third equation that is given to us is 6x plus 8y minus 6z is equal to 23. Both of them are contradictory and there will not be any solution for it. So the correct answer for this is option C. Let us look at the next question. Guys, we have 150 people who are watching the stream live. Please do like the stream, guys. Okay, let us try to solve this question. A1 and A2 are the roots of the equation px square plus qx plus r is equal to 0. We know that in a quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What is the sum of roots? Sum of roots is equal to minus b by a. And what is the product of roots? Product of roots is c by a. In this particular case, the roots are a1 and a2. And p, q and r are positive numbers in a geometric progression. If there are three numbers in a geometric progression, the product of the extremes is equal to the square of the middle. So if the three numbers p, q, r are in a geometric progression, p into r is equal to q square. Similarly, we want to calculate what is p into a1 plus q. a1 is the root of px square plus qx plus r. So p a1 square plus q a1 plus r is equal to 0. That is a into a1 into p a1 plus q is equal to minus r, or the value of 1 by p a1 plus q is equal to minus a1 by r. So this square, that is 1 by p1 p a1 plus q whole square, is equal to a1 square by r square. Similarly, what is 1 by p a2 plus q whole square? That will be a2 square by r square. What is the sum of these two? The sum of these two will be a1 square plus a2 square divided by r square. Can we calculate the value of a1 square plus a2 square? We know that the sum of the roots in this quadratic equation is minus b by a. So for px square plus qx plus r is equal to 0, if the two roots are a1 and a2, the value of a1 plus a2 is equal to minus q by p. The value of a1 into a2 is equal to r by p. This is the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. So the value of a1 square plus a2 square, which is basically equal to a1 plus a2 whole square minus 2 a1 a2. This is equal to q square by p square minus 2 r by p, or this is q square minus 2pr by p square. This is the value of a1 square plus a2 square. a1 square plus a2 square is a1 plus a2 whole square minus 2 times a1 a2. If you are simplifying, you are going to get this, which is equal to q square minus 2pr divided by p square r square. Now we'll use the fact that they are in a geometric progression, so p into r is q square. So the numerator is q square minus 2q square divided by pr is q square. So p square r square is q to the power 4. This is equal to minus q square by q to the power 4, which is equal to minus 1 by q square. So the answer for this question is option A. Let us look at the next question, guys. We have 165 people who are watching the stream live, but we have only 142 likes. Guys who are watching on YouTube, please do like the stream. Sir, I don't have the same photo on which there is on the admit card. What to do? I'm assuming you have the soft copy. You can take the soft copy to a Photoshop and get it printed. It is always a good idea to have the same photo. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question. For what value of n are both the roots of x square plus nx plus 2 distinct and less than 2? If you are given a quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, what is the discriminant of this quadratic equation? The discriminant is b square minus 4ac. If you are assuming that the discriminant is d, that is b square minus 4ac. So if d is greater than 0, this quadratic equation has two distinct and real roots. If this discriminant is equal to 0, it will have two equal real roots. What do I mean by two equal real roots? This is of the form of a particular perfect square. Something like x minus 4 whole square is equal to 0. Then x is just equal to 4. If d is less than 0, it will have no real roots. That will be something like x square plus 4 is equal to 0. But x square will be a non-negative number greater than or equal to 0. In addition to it, if you are adding 4, you are going to get a number which is always positive. So it cannot be equal to 0. So that kind of an equation will come if discriminant is less than 0. Here we want the discriminant to be greater than 0 because you want it to have two distinct real roots. So that is the first condition. So the condition is that for x square plus nx plus 2 to have two distinct roots, the discriminant has to be greater than 0. What is the discriminant of this given quadratic equation? It is n square minus 8. N square minus 8, that is 4 times 2, has to be greater than 0, or n is either less than minus 2 root 2 or n is greater than 2 root 2. If this is the case, then it will have two distinct roots. But we also want both of these roots to be less than 2. How can we know if the roots of a quadratic equation are less than 2? So if you are drawing a quadratic equation which is something like this, say roughly I'm just drawing some equation, quadratic equation. 2 can be either present over here, in which case this is the first root, this is the second root, in which case 2 is greater than both the roots, which is what we want. This is one case that is possible. Another case that is possible is it will be somewhere over here. This is say 2, in which case 2 is lying between both the roots. The third case is 2 is over here. That is 2 is less than both the roots. These are the three cases possible. If you have two roots and if you have 2, either 2 can be to the right of both the roots. So 2 is greater than both the roots, or 2 is in the middle of both the roots. That is 2 is greater than one root and less than one root, or 2 is to the left of both the roots where 2 is less than both the roots. These are the three cases possible. We are looking for one particular case where we are essentially saying that these are the two roots and we want 2 to be over here. This is what we want. For this to happen, f of 2 has to be greater than 0. That is, we are saying that the value of the quadratic equation when x is equal to 2 has to be greater than 0. And the point at which the quadratic equation attains its minimum, this point over here, if you are assuming that this is minimum point, 2 has to be greater than minimum point. Why is that the case? Suppose f of 2 is less than 0. What happens then? Then 2 will be between the two roots. Then 2 is somewhere over here, and this is f of 2. F of 2 is less than 0. So if f of 2 is less than 0, we can say that 2 is lying between both the roots. Suppose f of 2 is greater than 0 and the minimum point is greater than 2. What does this mean? This means that 2 is over here. This is f of 2. F of 2 is greater than 0. But the minimum point over here is to the right of 2. Remember that we discussed three cases. This will be case 1 where 2 is greater than both the roots. This is case 2 where 2 lies between both the roots. This is case 3. where 2 is less than both the roots. I am telling you all of this so that you will understand it better. We are looking for case 1. So f of 2 has to be greater than 0. What is f of 2? F of 2 will be 4 plus 2n plus 2 is greater than 0, or n is greater than minus 4. F of 2 greater than 0 is this. We also want the point at which it attains its minimum to be less than 2. A quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and the coefficient of x square is greater than 0. This will attain its minimum at what point? This is another important formula I want you to remember. This will attain its minimum when x is equal to minus b by 2a. Any quadratic equation where the coefficient of x square is greater than 0 of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, it will attain its minimum value when the value of x is minus b by a. In this particular case, the minimum value will occur at minus n by 2. Sorry, this is n is greater than minus 3. 4 plus 2n plus 2 is greater than 0. So that would imply that 2n plus 6 is greater than 0. So you want n to be greater than minus 3. You want this also to happen for the roots to be distinct. You want this to happen for f of 2 to be greater than 0. And you want minus n by 2 to be less than 2, or n to be greater than minus 4 for the minimum value, minimum point to be less than 2. These are the 3 conditions that should be satisfied. This is the first condition, this is the second condition, and this is the third condition. All 3 of them will be satisfied in this particular interval, which is option A. You want x to lie between minus 3 and minus 2 root 2, and you want x to be greater than 2 root 2. Let us look at the next question. This is a simple question, guys. I hope you get it correct. Here we are asked to calculate the number of real solutions for the equation x square minus 10 times modulus of x minus 56 is 0. This is a very simple question. Let me see how many people got it correct. 96 people got it correct. Very well done, guys. But 62 people got it wrong. So we'll have to figure out why that happened. So in this kind of equation which has modulus, let us assume that modulus of x is equal to a variable p. And so p has to be greater than or equal to 0. That is the whole point of modulus. It is the absolute value of a particular variable. So what is the value of x square? That will be equal to p square. Because x square is non-negative, p square also is non-negative. So this given equation can be simplified to equal p square minus 10p minus 56 is equal to 0. This is p square minus 14p plus 4p minus 56 is equal to 0. This is p plus 4 into p minus 14 is equal to 0. This would imply that p is equal to minus 4 or the value of p is equal to 14. These are the two possibilities. We want p to be greater than or equal to 0. We cannot have p to be a negative number. Modulus of x is equal to minus 4 has no solutions. Modulus of x is always greater than or equal to 0. So p is equal to 14 is the only possibility. That is modulus of x is equal to 14. So x is either equal to 14 or x is equal to minus 14. These are the two possibilities. Let us look at the next question. Guys, if you're looking for a course for CAT 2026, if you're watching this after CAT is over, or if you're looking for, you're targeting next year's CAT, if you're still in college, something like that, you can Google search Cracku CAT 2026 course. The live classes for the CAT 2026 course will start from December 15th. As usual, I'll be taking the classes on every Monday. Sayali will be taking the live classes every Tuesday. We really enjoy teaching these live classes to the students, and the remaining 3 days also we have excellent faculty who will be taking the classes. The course will have one-to-one mentorship. You can book a slot with the mentor. Thank you. You can also have weekly revisions. You can have the daily schedule. So you get access to everything that is available on Cracku, the study room, the quant rushes, mocks, all the concept videos, all the recorded videos, in addition to the live classes. Definitely do check it out. If you're looking for any doubts with respect to this particular course, you can contact us on our support number. It is given over here. Let us go to the next question. Vishwanath Kumar is saying, after seeing these questions, I'm going to give up on CAT. Don't give up, man. Giving up when there are just 4-5 days left is not a good option. Be motivated. It is okay to be nervous, but you should figure out how to motivate yourself and not give up. You should go to the examination, give your best there. Even if you fail, it is okay, but you should try to give your best. It should not happen that you are giving up even before you are entering the examination hall. That is something I can't appreciate. I want you to put effort. I want you to put that fight and try to see. If you fail on that day, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but you should try till the last moment. Abhipsa Patro is saying solution for question 6. Okay, I will do that after the time for this is over. I'll put question 6. Patan is saying, sir, solving from Cracku printed material is fine during this days. I think it is an excellent choice. Definitely do it. Okay. A, B, C are real numbers such that a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 1. Then the set of values AB plus BC plus AC can take is. So we know that A, B, C are real numbers. So a square plus b square by 2 is greater than or equal to AB. This is just arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. Similarly, b square plus c square by 2 is greater than or equal to BC for the same reason. And c square plus a square by 2 is greater than or equal to AC. If you are adding all of them up, on the left hand side you are going to get a square by 2 plus a square by 2, which is a square, plus b square by 2 plus b square by 2, which is b square, plus c square by 2 plus c square by 2, which is c square. This is greater than or equal to AB plus BC plus AC, or the value of AB plus BC plus AC is always less than or equal to 1, because a square plus b square plus c square is given to be equal to 1. What is the other thing that we know? We know that a plus b plus c whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac. This is a perfect square. So this is always greater than or equal to 0. Or the value of a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac is greater than or equal to 0. Because this is equal to 1, the value of AB plus BC plus AC is greater than or equal to minus 1 by 2. So this expression is greater than or equal to minus 1 by 2, and it is less than or equal to 1. So the values it can take are between minus 1 by 2 to 1, which is option D. Let us look at the next question. Tirth Patel is saying, what will be the weightage of algebra in CAT? The weightage of algebra will be around, say, 20 to 25%. Guys who are watching on YouTube, please do like the stream. Abhishek is saying, sir, my slot 1 center is 40 kilometers away. Does traveling have a negative impact? It definitely has a negative impact, man. Try to book a hotel nearby. If you are not able to book a hotel nearby, it is okay because slot 1 is in the morning on a Sunday. I don't expect there to be a lot of traffic. So just ensure that you leave slightly earlier. Have go by car. Have the car ready. Have somebody else drive you there. If that is the case, I don't think it will matter too much because I don't know which city you live in. But if the roads are normal, in the morning it won't matter too much. In the morning there will be no traffic. You'll have to just rest in the back seat and you will be going to the examination center. It will maybe take you half an hour more, maybe 40 minutes more. So it is slightly painful, but not very bad because there won't be traffic. In this question, we are asked to calculate the number of integer pairs that exist that satisfy the inequality x square plus modulus of y cube is less than or equal to 25. Note that this is greater than or equal to 0. X square is greater than or equal to 0. Because this is modulus, this also is greater than or equal to 0. So let us look for the values of y. Suppose y is equal to 0. Then x square is less than or equal to 25. So x can be any number between minus 5 to plus 5. That is, there are 11 possibilities. Suppose y is equal to 1. If y is equal to 1, x square plus 1 is less than or equal to 25, or x square is less than or equal to 24. How many values exist for this? X will belong to, because we are only looking for integers, between minus 4 and plus 4. So there are 9 possibilities. It will be the exactly same when y is equal to minus 1. Because we are looking at the modulus, when y is equal to minus 1, y cube will be minus 1 over here, and the inequality will be exactly the same. So there will be the exact same 9 cases. Similarly, when y is equal to 2, x square plus 8 is less than or equal to 25, or x square is less than or equal to 17. Again, x belongs to minus 4 and plus 4. There are again 9 cases. These will be the exact same 9 cases when y is equal to minus 2. Again, the inequality will be exactly the same. X square plus 8 is less than or equal to 25, and the values x can take are the same. Again, there will be 9 values. When y is equal to 3 or minus 3 or anything further, y cube will itself be equal to 27 and x square will be negative. So clearly there won't be any more solutions. The total will be 11 plus 9 into 4, which is 11 plus 36, which is equal to 47. So the answer for this question is 47. Vishnath Kumar is saying, I got my test center in my preference city 650 kilometers. It's okay, man. Then there is no confusion. You have to travel there. Okay, guys, we have 186 likes for this session. Please do like the stream. Guys, we have 150 people who are watching the stream live. Please do like the stream on YouTube. And we have like 250 people on the Cracku website. Okay, let us try to solve this question. This is a question in logarithms. One thing we need to know is if you are given a logarithm which is log of a to the base b, when is this logarithm defined? This logarithm is defined when a is greater than 0, when b is greater than 0, and b is not equal to 1. These are the conditions that are required for this logarithm to be defined. If you are given the logarithm over here, the logarithm that is given in the question is x plus 1 into a logarithm. This is logarithm of 2 minus x square. We want this to be less than or equal to 0. For that, we want this logarithm to be defined. Therefore, the argument of the logarithm has to be greater than 0. That is 2 minus x square has to be greater than 0. Or x square plus x minus 2 is less than 0. This is x plus 2 into x minus 1 is less than 0. So, x has to belong to minus 2 and 1. And we are looking only at integers. So, the values that x can take are either x is equal to minus 1 or it is equal to 0. When x is equal to minus 1, what is the given expression? X plus 1 will be 0. So, it will be 0 into log of 2 minus of minus 1, that is 3 minus 1 log 2. This is equal to 0, which is less than or equal to 0. So, when x is equal to minus 1, this inequality is satisfied. What will happen when x is equal to 0? When x is equal to 0, x plus 1 is 1 into logarithm of 2. This is greater than 0. So, here the inequality is not satisfied. We want this expression to be less than or equal to 0. So, the inequality is only satisfied when x is equal to minus 1. So, the number of solutions for this will be equal to 1. Silly mistake included minus 2. Yeah, you have to be careful, man. You should not make silly mistakes on the day of the examination. Why can't be greater than or equal to? What is greater than or equal to? This a has to be, a can't be 0, man. A has to be greater than 0. B also cannot be 0. B has to be greater than 0. Okay, guys, I'm just again putting the same thing again because I just wanted to emphasize on how important this revision playlist is for you. This revision playlist will have 4 videos like we showed you. There is one VARC revision. There is one LRDI revision. VARC revision is 45 minutes where all the important things that you should keep in mind when you're solving the VARC questions, how to eliminate options, all of that is discussed. LRDI is a 1-hour session where she discusses all the different types of LRDIs. And there are 2 excellent videos on Quant where all the topics are covered, all the important formulas are discussed. Definitely do check it out. In these last few days, if you're looking for a previous year's paper, you can just Google search Cracku CAT previous paper over here. And you can get this page where you can solve the previous year's papers as mocks. If you're looking for a free mock, just Google search Cracku CAT mock test. Once you Google search Cracku CAT mock test, you will be redirected to the page which has the Cracku mocks. Anishka, x is equal to 0 was not included because if you put x is equal to 0, what is this expression? This expression is 0 plus 1, which is 1, into logarithm of 2 minus 0, which is 2. So, when x is equal to 0, the value of the expression is log of 2. This is greater than 0. We want the expression to be less than or equal to 0. Here, when x is equal to 0, the logarithm is defined. There is no problem with the definition of the logarithm. The logarithm is valid when x is equal to minus 1 and when x is equal to 0. But when x is equal to minus 1, this inequality is satisfied. When x is equal to 0, this inequality is not satisfied. Murarija, there will be some questions, man. We'll continue the session for another half an hour or so. Okay, Kishita, if you are not comfortable with algebra, I would still advise you to watch the CAT revision playlist video, because if a very simple question comes from algebra, you will be able to answer it. So don't ignore that. It is 4 hours, but the return on investment will be very good. So watch that video. Otherwise, it is okay. Right now, I think it is fine to not. There is no point in getting very anxious or worked up about not covering algebra. Yeah, I'm a big dog lover. If x is if the interval of x is that x lies between a and b, and this satisfies the inequality x minus 3 divided by x square plus 3x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 1, then the largest possible value of b minus a is. Whenever you are given this kind of an inequality, it is always important for you to bring 1 to the other side, because you want the inequality to be greater than or equal to 0 or less than or equal to 0. You don't want this 1 to remain on one side, because then it becomes even more difficult to come to any conclusion about x. So x minus 3 divided by x square plus 3x plus 2 minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. This is how we will transform this given inequality. Now you can simplify the left hand side. This is x minus 3 minus x square minus 3x minus 2 divided by x square plus 3x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. This is what we want. This is, if you are simplifying, minus x square minus 2x minus 5 divided by x square plus 3x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. If you multiply the numerator, the left hand side and right hand side with minus 1, because there is just too much negative terms in the numerator, so let us multiply both sides with minus 1, which is a negative number. When you are multiplying an inequality with a negative number, the sign of the inequality will change. So this becomes equal to x square plus 2x plus 5 divided by x square plus 3x plus 2 is less than or equal to 0. Because we are multiplying with minus 1, the sign of the inequality becomes less than or equal to. This is always a positive number. This is basically x plus 1 whole square plus 4, which is always greater than or equal to 0. So we can just ignore it, and what we essentially want is 1 by x square plus 3x plus 2. We want this to be less than or equal to 0. Or we want x square plus 3x plus 2 to be less than or equal to 0, or this is x plus 1 into x plus 2, we want this to be less than or equal to 0. So x belongs to minus 2 to minus 1. This is the interval that x can belong to. It has to be greater than minus 2, it has to be less than minus 1. So if you are told that x belongs to a comma b, the value of b is minus 1, the value of a is minus 2. The difference between both of them, b minus a, is equal to 1. So the answer for this question is option B. Kishita is saying, yes sir, I did it. It is really helpful. Okay, I think she's talking about the revision playlist. Okay, glad to have been helpful. Sir, I took the denominator to RHS instead of bringing 1 to LHS. Got wrong answer. Yeah, you can't take the RHS to denominator to RHS. I'll tell you why you can't do that. Suppose you are saying that x minus 3 divided by x square plus 3x plus 2 is greater than or equal to greater than or equal to 1. Now Pranit is saying, but sir, I'm just going to take this to the right hand side. Then I'm going to get x minus 3 is greater than or equal to x square plus 3x plus 2. Can I do this? This is what Pranit is asking. I would say you can't do it. Why can't you do it? Because if you're taking it to the right hand side, what exactly are you doing? You are multiplying the left hand side with x square plus 3x plus 2. You are multiplying the right hand side with x square plus 3x plus 2. If you are multiplying both sides with x square plus 3x plus 2, this gets cancelled, and on the right hand side you are going to get x square plus 3x plus 2. So it looks like x minus 3 is greater than or equal to x square plus 3x plus 2. But this is wrong. Why is this wrong? When you are multiplying both sides with x square plus 3x plus 2, you don't know the sign of this particular expression. Is it greater than 0? If it is definitely greater than 0, you can take it to the right hand side. But here we can't say for sure that x square plus 3x plus 2 is greater than 0. That is why you can't cross multiply, because if it is less than 0, the sign of the inequality should be changed. You don't know that. In some cases it is greater than 0, in some cases it is less than 0. That is why you can't just take the denominator to the right hand side. On the other hand, you can bring 1 to the other side of the inequality. When you're adding or subtracting inequalities, the sign of the inequality will not change. So it is completely okay to bring 1 to the other side. But you can't take this to the other side because you don't know whether it is positive or negative. Sir, after doing previous year's papers 24 to 17, should I go back to previous papers or just again solve these papers 24 to 2017? Solve as many questions as you can, man. If you are very comfortable with all the previous year's papers, then maybe solve questions from the Cracku study room or the Cracku Quant. If you are not comfortable with the previous year's papers, just stick to it. Stick to the previous year's papers. Guys, please do like the stream. Kishita is saying, I'm a huge dog lover, sir. I have 2 dogs named W and Bagheera. They are both adopted. Very well done, Kishita. I'm also a very big dog lover. Prathamesh is saying, sir, for similarities in triangle, what are the key concepts like Apollonius theorem we can mug up? I would say, in general, I don't like people mugging up. So I like frown a little on that. But I'll tell you one thing you can do. Download the CAT formula PDF from Cracku. If you have the Cracku booklet or the formula book, that itself is pretty good. If you don't have it, and right now for us to actually mail it or courier it also is going to take 3-4 days. So I don't want to waste the time. What I would tell you is just go to Google, search for Cracku CAT formula PDF. Then you'll get one PDF. It's a very nice, very useful PDF. Go through all the formulas in that PDF. There'll be hardly, I think, 150 or 200 formulas. Keep going through those formulas and try to understand how to apply those formulas. Okay, how many people got this correct? 64 people got it correct. 71 people got it correct. 45 got it wrong. Very well done, guys. Let us try to solve this question. The set of real values of x satisfying x square into x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 into 2x plus 1 whole cube is greater than 0. The first thing I want to do is, I want to ensure that the denominator is not equal to 0. Because if the denominator is equal to 0, this expression will not be defined. So x cannot equal 1, x cannot equal minus 1 by 2. This is the first thing I'll do. Similarly, because we want this expression to be greater than 0, not greater than or equal to 0, it has to be strictly greater than 0, even the numerator should not be equal to 0. These are things that I do so that I don't make any silly mistakes. That is, x cannot be equal to 0 and x cannot be equal to minus 1. Once these things are out, we can remove x square from the expression, because x square is always greater than 0. Because we know that these 4 values are the values x cannot take. For any of the remaining values, x square is greater than 0. So the required inequality just becomes equal to x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 into 2x plus 1 whole cube is greater than 0. Again, we know that 2x plus 1 whole square is greater than 0 if x is not belonging to any one of these 4 values. So if I am just multiplying both sides with 2x plus 1 whole square, I am going to get x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 into 2x plus 1. We want this to be greater than 0. Now, you can bring the terms in the denominator to the numerator. How can we do that? For you to understand it intuitively, Assume that you are multiplying the left hand side and right hand side with x plus 1 whole square and 2x plus 1 whole square. Both of them will be perfect squares. Both of them will be greater than 0. So the sign of the inequality will not change. If you are multiplying this expression with x plus 1 whole square into 2x plus 1 whole square, what you are going to get is x plus 1, sorry, I am saying x minus 1 whole square. We are basically multiplying it with the square of the denominator. So if you are multiplying this expression with x minus 1 whole square, you are going to get x plus 1 into x minus 1. You are also multiplying it with 2x plus 1 whole square. In the denominator, we have 1 2x plus 1. So this becomes 2x plus 1. This is greater than 0. This is basically what we have. Now draw the number line. In the number line, you have minus 1. We are looking for the roots of this particular product. One is minus 1, one is minus 1 by 2, and the other one is 1. These are the three roots. If x is greater than 0, all the three roots are positive. So their product is positive. If x lies between minus 1 by 2 and 1, the product will be negative because x plus 1 is positive, 2x plus 1 is positive, but x minus 1 is negative. If x lies between minus 1 and minus 1 by 2, again it is positive. Because x plus 1 is positive, the remaining two are negative. If x is less than minus 1, all the three terms are negative, so the overall product is negative. So the intervals where this product is greater than 0 is x belonging to minus 1 to minus 1 by 2, union of 1 to infinity. If you are looking at the options, this is option A. It's okay, Sri Hari Rajeshwar, if you got it correct but somehow marked something wrong, don't do that mistake on the day of the examination. This test doesn't matter, right? But the exam matters, so be more focused on the examination day. Sir, a 0 isn't valid for the equation and only the first option did not have 0, so I marked that. Is that valid? Oh, that is great, man. I didn't notice it. Aditya is saying that he figured out that 0 is not valid, and in the three options, see, but 0 is not part of any of the solutions, man. Here you have a curved bracket. If you have a curved bracket, it means that 0 is not included. So maybe you got lucky, Aditya. If this is like this, if it is a square bracket in all of them, and if 0 is part of each of the options, and you figured out that 0 is not part of the solution set, and you marked option A, that is fine, that is valid. But over here, none of the options actually have 0. Because it is a curved bracket, none of them has 0 in it. Guys, please do like the stream. We have more than 200 people watching the stream. Snigdha Surupi Singh, sir, unable to solve 2023 paper. Don't attempt 2023 paper right now. You will just lose your confidence. There is no point in doing that. Madhav is saying, sir, where can I practice all the quality questions from arithmetic and algebra? I don't have study room. For arithmetic, I can't think of a better video than the 200 plus arithmetic questions video that we released on YouTube around 3-4 weeks back. Definitely, please do solve it, man. It is a 9-hour video. It has 200 questions in arithmetic. It will help you immensely. You will feel so good after it. They are fantastic questions. You should definitely try to solve it if you have the time. a function is defined as f of n is log of n plus 1 to the base n. What is the value of f of 2 into f of 3 into dot 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 into f of 7? 114 question people got it correct, only 10 got it wrong, because this is not a very difficult question. But again, well done. Even if the question is easy, it is important that you actually get it correct. There will be some sitters on the day of the examination also, but you have to actually get them correct. So this expression, when you're simplifying, becomes equal to log of 3 to the base 2 into log of 4 to the base 3 into log of 5 to the base 4 into log of 6 to the base 5 into log of 7 to the base 6 into finally log of 8 to the base 7. You can simplify it as log of 3 divided by log of 2 into log of 4 divided by log of 3 into log of 5 divided by log of 4 into dot 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 into log of 8 divided by log of 7. Many terms get cancelled, this, and so on. And finally, you are left with log of 8 divided by log of 2, which is simply equal to log of 8 to the base 2, which is equal to 3. So the answer for this question is option B. This is what I was talking about earlier, guys, the CAT formula PDF. I think this is a fantastic PDF for you to have at this point of time so that you can revise all the important formulas. It is better if you have it on your desktop, if I'm being honest, but if you don't have a desktop, it is okay to revise on your phone. But if you have it on your desktop and revise, like say 15-20 formulas, take a break, again revise 10-15 formulas, you will realize that I'm actually covering the entire syllabus. The whole point of getting easy questions correct is knowing these formulas and how to apply them. Then you will get so many questions, you are underestimating how useful this PDF will be. Definitely, please, I would recommend you to download it and go through it. It will help you quite a lot. Just Google search Cracku CAT formula PDF. You'll go to one page. It has all the formulas. The PDF will look something like this. I think this is the first or the second page. I know there will be a lot of pages. I think there are 160 pages. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed at this point of time. It is useful, even if you're not able to cover all the formulas. As many as you can if you cover, that itself is pretty good. Shaura Patak is saying, sir, I have the formula book. Is it different than that? No, man. The formula book is the same as this PDF. We basically took this PDF, that is a very useful PDF, and we got it printed and published as a book and send it to all of our Cracku students. If you have the formula book, what I would tell you is keep it by your bedside. Every day, 10-15 minutes before you sleep, go through some of the formulas. That itself is very good. For people who don't have the book, I would say download the PDF. Somebody is saying, I don't have any past prep. Is it now better to get into previous year questions or watch your videos? I would say watch in Quant, like the videos that I mentioned, watch them. They'll be very useful. One is the CAT revision playlist, 4 videos, 2 in Quant, 1 in LRD, 1 in verbal. That is important. Second is the 200 plus arithmetic questions, very useful. Third is the CAT Quant formulas marathon that we did, I think a week or couple of weeks back. It is a 7.5 hour video. Very useful. Do these 3. Can you please repeat, sir? Okay, third, I'll write it down, man. I mentioned it many times in this particular stream only. One is the CAT revision playlist. This has this playlist. You have to just Google search Cracku or search on YouTube. Okay, Cracku CAT revision playlist. You will get a playlist which has 4 videos. Watch them; they're very useful. Second is the 200 plus arithmetic marathon. This also I mentioned in this session only. If you don't find it, just again Google, search on YouTube Cracku 200 plus arithmetic marathon. This is like a 9 hour plus video. The third one is the Cracku formula marathon. You just search Cracku formula marathon. Maybe you can search Cracku Quant formula marathon on YouTube. You will get a stream which is 7.5 hours long. I would say these are super useful. Definitely watch them. You'll definitely feel very good after watching them. And whenever you find a question in these streams, pause the video, try to solve on your own. Okay. In this question, we are told that log of 2, the base is 2, then you have the base 3, then you have the base 4, the argument a is equal to 0. This is the first equation. If you are simplifying it, log of the base is 3, log of a to the base 4 is equal to 1. If you are again simplifying it, log of a to the base 4 is equal to 3, or a is equal to 4 cube, which is 64. From the second equation, we have log of the base is 3, log of the base is 4, log of b to the base 2 is equal to 0, or log of the base is 4, log of b to the base 2 is equal to 1, which is 3 to the power 0. So log of b to the base 2 is equal to 4, or b is equal to 2 to the power 4, which is 16. In the last equation, we have base 4, log of, then base 2, log of c to the base 3 is equal to 0. Then log of the base is 2, log of c to the base 3 is equal to 1, or log of c to the base 3 is equal to 2. Therefore, c is equal to 3 square, which is 9. So a is 64, b is 16, c is 9. The sum of all of them is 64 plus 16 plus 9, which is equal to 89. So the answer for this question is option C, which is 89. Devesh is saying the number of pages in the PDF and the formula book is different. Okay, then download the PDF and go through it, man. I am not sure, maybe it is different. But I know that the formula book also is pretty exhaustive, but I might be wrong. Just download the PDF also and try to go through all of them. If there is similarity, it is okay. If there is any formula which is extra in the PDF, know it also. Okay guys, this is it for today. I'll just answer one question and then we'll end the stream. Vedant is saying, could you please guide me on how to revise DLR for the next few days? I have finished solving all sets from CAT 2020 to CAT 2024. Very good, very well done, Vedantika. What I would tell you to do is, maybe if you are feeling, if you are not feeling underconfident, maybe attempt 2 LRDI sectionals, just to test yourself and like get over any nervousness or fear. This is one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is, you can watch the 25 LRDI sets marathon that we released on YouTube. You can just Google search Cracku 25 LRDI sets marathon. This is also a long video, maybe around 9 hours. I don't remember, maybe 6 hours or 7 hours or 9 hours. Very long video. Again, when the question comes, pause it, try to solve on your own. You will feel very good. These are super sets. We have selected them. We have selected some very good sets. So again, pause it, try to solve it on your own. If you don't get it, you can always watch the video solution, which just follows it. Yes, Happy, the arithmetic video also has a PDF. Sir, I would take a moment to appreciate Cracku's interface. As product manager, I truly value well-designed user experiences, and Cracku stands out. Thanks a lot, man. Let me take a photo. I'll send it to the guy who actually designed their interface. He's a pretty talented guy, so I want to give him the appreciation. Thanks, guys. That is it for today.
सब जल क्यों स्वेटर स्वेटर